I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from the Ozarks here in front of my Ficus corica, my hardy Chicago fig. Already got little figs on it. And on the new wood, because I let it just die back in the wintertime and put up new wood, and it's already got figs on it for this year. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. Tell yourself that throughout the day. It's for lesson 199 in A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles here for Thursday, July the 18th of 2025. Lesson 199. I am not a body, I am free. Freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. Freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. The body is a limit. Who would seek for freedom in a body looks for it where it cannot be found. The mind can be made free when it no longer sees itself as in a body, firmly tied to it and sheltered by its presence. If this were the truth, the mind were vulnerable indeed. The mind that serves the Holy Spirit is unlimited forever. In all ways, beyond the laws of time and space, unbound by any preconception, and with strength and power to do whatever it is asked. Attack thoughts cannot enter such a mind, because it has been given to the source of love, and fear can never enter in a mind that has attached itself to love. Attack thoughts cannot enter such a mind, because it has been given to the source of love, and fear can never enter in a mind that has attached itself to love. It rests in God, and who can be afraid who lives in innocence and only loves? It is essential for your progress in this course that you accept today's idea and hold it very dear. I am not a body, I am free. Hold that idea very dear today. I am not a body, I am free. It is essential for your progress in this course that you accept today's idea and hold it very dear. Be not concerned that to the ego it is quite insane. The ego holds the body dear because it dwells in it and lives united with the home that it has made. It is a part of the illusion that has sheltered it from being found illusory itself. Here does it hide, and here it can be seen as what it is. Declare your innocence, and you are free. The body disappears because you have no need of it except the need the Holy Spirit sees. For this, the body will appear as useful form for what the mind must do. It thus becomes a vehicle which helps forgiveness be extended to the all-inclusive goal that it must reach, according to God's plan. Cherish today's idea and practice it today and every day. Make it a part of every practice period you take. There is no thought that will not gain thereby in power to help the world, and none which will not gain in added gifts to you as well. We sound the call of freedom round the world with this idea, and would you be exempt from the acceptance of the gifts you give? And the idea that we're going to send around the world that we get to be part of is, I'm not a body, I am free. No death can touch you when you have that idea. The Holy Spirit is the home of minds that seek for freedom. In Him they have found what they have sought. The body's purpose now is unambiguous, and it becomes perfect in the ability to serve an undivided goal. In conflict-free and unequivocal response to mind, with but the thought of freedom as its goal, the body serves and serves its purpose well. Without the power to enslave, it is a worthy servant of the freedom which the mind within the Holy Spirit seeks. Be free today, and carry freedom as your gift to those who still believe they are enslaved within a body. Be free today, and carry freedom as your gift to those who still believe they are enslaved within a body. Be you free, so that the Holy Spirit can make use of your escape from bondage to set free the many who perceive themselves as bound and helpless and afraid. Let love replace their fears through you. Accept salvation now and give your mind to Him who calls to you to make this gift to Him. For He would give you perfect freedom, perfect joy, and hope that finds its full accomplishment in God. You are God's Son. In immortality you live forever. Would you not return your mind to this? Then practice well the thought the Holy Spirit gives you for today. Your brothers stand released with you in it. The world is blessed along with you. God's Son will weep no more, and heaven offers thanks for the increase of joy your practice brings even to it. And God Himself extends His love and happiness each time you say, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this, my mind obeys. Wow, don't be encumbered by thinking that you are a body. Be free of the body. Know that you can't die, only the body can die, but that's not you. Be free of all the pain that comes from the fear of death and all the fear of anything. Is all acted out in the body, because minds are one. There's only one mind in the universe, and once you join in at that mind, there's no one to attack. There's no one separate from you. Okay, so all day today, tell yourself, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. And then throughout the day, tell yourself that every hour if you can. And then in the morning, bring that idea to your mind, and then sit in the silence and be at peace for a little while, 5, 10, 15 minutes or longer. And then do the same thing in the evening. Telling yourself, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. Are you listening to the Holy Spirit and being part of the one mind that you can't really be apart from, but you can only believe you can be apart from it? Okay, well, let's go back and look in our text reading for today. And we're ready for, in chapter 21, Roman numeral 4, the fear to look within. Now, as you practice this particular lesson, it'll help you to realize that you're not a body, and that you can look within instead of without. Instead of thinking that outside, using these eyes, is going to bring you peace and joy, learn to look within and see that you're connected with everything outside you, with the all-seeing eye, the one with God eye. Okay, let's take a look at Roman numeral 4, the fear to look within, in chapter 21, reason and perception. The Holy Spirit will never teach you that you are sinful. Errors he will correct, but this makes no one fearful. You are indeed afraid to look within and see the sin you think is there. This you would not be fearful to admit. Fear in association with sin, the ego deems quite appropriate and smiles approvingly. It has no fear to let you feel ashamed. It doubts not your belief and faith in sin. Its temples do not shake because of this. Your faith that sin is there but witnesses to your desire that it be there to see. Wow, catch that sentence. Your faith that sin is there in your life. Your faith that sin is there but witnesses to your desire that it be there. You think you're going to protect yourself by calling a spade, I think is the way they say it. But where you actually look and you think that, well, that's obviously a sin and I need to protect myself from the effects of that sin, whether it's something that I'm doing or something that someone else is doing. But that keeps the idea of sin alive. Your faith that sin is there but witnesses to your desire that it be there to see. This merely seems to be the source of fear. Paragraph 2. Remember that the ego is not alone. Its rule is tempered, and its unknown, in quotes, enemy, whom it cannot even see, it fears. Loudly, the ego tells you not to look inward. But if you do, your eyes will light on sin, and God will strike you blind. This you believe, and so you do not look. Yet this is not the ego's hidden fear, nor yours who serve it. Loudly indeed the ego claims it is, too loudly and too often. For underneath this constant shout and frantic proclamation, the ego is not certain it is so. Beneath your fear to look within because of sin is yet another fear, and one that makes the ego tremble. Okay, so the ego is trying to keep you from doing these longer practice periods where you sit still and be quiet and look within, or these hourly reminders. It'll try to keep you stirred up doing all kinds of things so that you don't look within, because it knows that you might actually see something that is really beneficial to you, but then it would lose its ability to have you think that that your body is your home. What if you look, paragraph 3, what if you looked within and saw no sin? This, in quotes, fearful question is one the ego never asks. It doesn't want you to even think of that. And it calls it a fearful question because from the ego's perspective, if there's no sin, it would be that there's no ego. And you who ask it now are threatening the ego's whole defensive system too seriously for it to bother to pretend it is your friend. Those who have joined their brothers have detached themselves from their belief that their identity lies in the ego. A holy relationship is one in which you join with what is part of you in truth, and your belief in sin has been already shaken. Nor are you now entirely unwilling to look within and see it not. Paragraph 4. Your liberation still is only partial, still limited and incomplete, yet born within you. Not wholly mad. You have been willing to look on much of your insanity and recognize its madness. Your faith is moving inward, past insanity and on to reason. And what your reason tells you now the ego would not hear. The Holy Spirit's purpose was accepted by the part of your mind the ego knows not of. No more did you. And yet this part with which you now identify is not afraid to look upon itself. It knows no sin. How otherwise could it be willing to see the Holy Spirit's purpose as its own? Paragraph 5. This part has seen your brother and recognized him perfectly since time began. And it desired nothing but to join with him and to be free again as once it was. It has been waiting for the birth of freedom, the acceptance of release to come to you. And now you recognize that it was not the ego that joined the Holy Spirit's purpose, and so there must be something else. Think not that this is madness, for this your reason tells you, and it follows perfectly from what you have already learned. Paragraph 6. There is no inconsistency in what the Holy Spirit teaches. This is the reasoning of the sane. There is no inconsistency in what the Holy Spirit teaches. This is the reasoning of the sane. You have perceived the ego's madness and not been made afraid because you did not choose to share in it. You have perceived the ego's madness and not been made afraid because you did not choose to share in it. At times, it still deceives you, yet in your saner moments, its ranting strikes no terror in your heart, for you have realized that all the gifts it would withdraw from you, in rage at your presumptuous wish to look within, you do not want. A few remaining trinkets still seem to shine and catch your eye, yet you would not, in quotes, sell heaven to have them. We're starting to learn that we can look within and that our body's not ourself, that we are free, and that the more we look within, the more real that becomes. And now the ego is afraid. Paragraph 7. And now the ego is afraid. Yet what it hears in terror, the other part hears as the sweetest music, the song it longed to hear since first the ego came into your mind. Your true self, the song of creation, the song of oneness, the song of invulnerability, the song of joy, the song of love, the song of peace. The ego's weakness is its strength. The song of freedom, okay, let's back up. And now the ego is afraid. Yet what it hears in terror, the other part hears as the sweetest music, the song it longed to hear since first the ego came into your mind. The ego's weakness is that part's strength, your true self. The song of freedom, which sings the praises of another world, brings to it hope of peace, for it remembers heaven, and now it sees that heaven has come to earth at last, from which the ego's rule has kept it out so long. Heaven has come because it found a home in your relationship on earth, and earth can hold no longer what has been given heaven as its own. Let's look at that paragraph once again. We have this paragraph and one more. And now the ego is afraid, and what it hears in terror, the other part hears as the sweetest music, the song it longed to hear since first the ego came into your mind. The ego's weakness is its strength. The song of freedom, which sings the praises of another world, brings to it hope of peace, for it remembers heaven. And now it sees that heaven has come to earth at last, from which the ego's rule has kept it out so long. Heaven has come because it found a home in your relationship on earth, and earth can hold no longer what has been given heaven as its own. And the last paragraph, 8. Look gently on your brother, and remember the ego's weakness is revealed in both your sight. What it would keep apart has met and joined, and looks upon the ego unafraid. Little child, innocent of sin, follow in gladness the way to certainty. Be not held back by fear's insane insistence that sureness lies in doubt. This has no meaning. What matters it to you how loudly it is proclaimed? The senseless is not made meaningful by repetition and by clamor. The quiet way is open. Follow it happily, and question not what must be so. The quiet way is open. Follow it happily, and question not what must be so. The inner journey. And find that place of inner peace, that place, that song of creation, that song of love, that song of peace, song of joy that you've always sang, and now you're remembering it again because you're realizing that, as our lesson says today, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world today. July 18th, special day in my world. It was the day that Saint Diane, my first wife, I call her Saint Diane now, she crossed over in December the 6th of 1992. She was born on this day in 1959. Had 6 children, me and her, and we have a little creek on the place I call St. Diane's Creek, named after her, where we spread her ashes. Her body's ashes, not her, though. For the Baha'i folks, it's World Religion Day, and it actually begins at sundown tonight, and it'll be tomorrow. So World Religion Day, get to know some other religions and learn to appreciate them, not judge them and see how they're wrong, but learn what you can from them and see the good in them. Week of Prayer, which is a Christian celebration, begins the week of prayer for Christian unity. And then Perfect Family Day. I've always thought the perfect family is the one that learns how to practice forgiveness, the principles in A Course in Miracles. Teach them to your kids. I did the best I could at teaching mine, and I think it did an amazing work for them. I think some of them followed a little closer than others, but we all have our tasks in this world. We make the progress, even in a special relationship that's turning to a holy relationship. Each partner goes as far as they can, and then some step back, and then move forward again as they can. But we're all one in the song of creation, the song of God. World Listening Day, and I might say that that's the one thing, or one of the great many things that my partner, Diane, my wife, was so good at, was such a good listener. She treated me like I was God. And that's how we want to treat everyone, like they're God. She was the first person that I ever watched go year after year after year and never got angry. She might get a little frustrated sometimes, but I never even noticed it if she did. Of course, I was functioning on a lot grosser level. I was the one who got upset and came back and apologized often in those days. But she gave me the inspiration that you actually could go year after year, day after day, and just be pleasant. Thank you, Diane, for that teaching. And World Listening Day. And then out of edible landscaping, we've got the another Pyrus communis, a European pear, and it's the Warren pear. And it says of the Warren pear, if I can find my page, the Warren pear, where is the, oh, here. Did my page, I'm not finding my Warren pear. Just a second here, sorry about that. Oh, here we go. Okay, the Warren pear out of Edible Landscaping, the Pyrus Communis cross. Warren was named after T.O. Warren from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, thought to be a seedling selection from the breeding work of USDA fruit breeder Dr. Magnus, Beltsville, Maryland. Fruits are buttery and smooth with no grit toward the center of the fruit. T.O., a fruit explorer, found the tree at a pear test plot near his home and popularized the variety. Warren comes from the same seed stock as Magnus pear and is very similar in appearance and disease resistance. Self-fertile, zones 5 through 8, semi-dwarf tree, spaced 10-foot circles. And I think we have enough time today that I wanted to mention that I would encourage people to open their book when they can, when I'm reading along. That way, if I make a mistake, you can catch it. But more than that, I don't think I make a whole lot of mistakes, but I do occasionally make some blunders that I catch the next day when I listen to the recording, or the next year when I listen to it. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that if you'll follow along, if there's things that I'm saying that don't make sense, sometimes in print makes it a lot better. And I'd encourage you to go through the book repeatedly. Don't think you're going to get this message in 1 year. I tell you what, I say that with a little bit of authority on that. Maybe it's just because I'm more dense than most. But I've been studying this since I got it in 92, started really actively studying it in 93, and have done it all these years. And every year I just keep getting better and more out of it. So, that's, a long time, and yet at the same time, I feel like it's fresh and new, and it's got so much for me. And I hope you have the same experience of being able to use it as a sadhana, a spiritual practice on awakening. Okay, and our word for peace today be from the Uzbek people of Uzbekistan, and they're mainly on the Surya Darya, or the Sir Darya River and the Amu Darya River, and their word for peace is Tinchlik. Tinchlik be with you. Okay, well, let's see if we can close with our song, and try to keep this song with you today. It'll make it easier for you to remember what to say. As you say, I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. And it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. I am not a body, I am free. I hear the voice that God has given me, and it is only this my mind obeys. I am not a body, I am free. Tinchlik.